Hello, this is Ms. DB. In this video I want to go over a couple things near the end of the Week 7 folder. The first one, after you do the Properties of Number worksheet, you can see that there's this practice game to play with the Algebraic Properties Review game. This is to help make sure that you understand those. Maybe you want to, if you're having trouble on the worksheet, you could stop and do this game first. It's not worth points, but there will be a matching section on the test next week that does include these properties, so you may want to make sure to practice. So the way you do it is you find like this right here, that's an example of commutative property, so you just drag one to the other one. And let's find one more. Zero product property, that's when you multiply a number by 0 and it equals 0. I'm not very fast at this, you can see, but it's this one. So I click on them both and then they disappear. And you would continue this. It's not going to let me quit, is it? 6 times 2 equals 6 times 2. I don't understand this property. Is it supposed to be the commutative property of a multiplication? Because it's really not. But whatever. Inverse property of addition. That's when you can subtract a number. A times 1 equals A. That's the multiplicative identity. Multiplication division property of equality is when you can multiply or divide the same amount on both sides. There you go. So I'm not very fast, obviously. It says I did it faster before, but that's okay. And then the second thing I want to show you in this folder is, oh, look how fast some people got. Go down. I can't get to the bottom of my folder, but it's this Week 7 Padlet on properties of numbers. So you're going to share what you knew and what you learned about properties of numbers. So you're going to go to this Padlet. First is share what you have learned and what you remembered about properties of numbers, and then read your classmates' comments and connect to and comment on at least one. And when you're done with this, you'll submit it so that I know that you have completed this assignment and I can go check your work. So if you click on this, it'll open the Padlet page. And here is where you're going to do your sample post, or your post. I have a sample post here. So here's what I thought people could do. I already knew this, and now I learned or remembered that, So to do this, you're going to, I have to move this over so you can see there's a plus sign at the bottom. And now it went away. There's the plus sign. So the plus sign, you click it, and then you can start a new post. For some reason it went down there. You have some options, like you could upload a file if you want, but for this you probably just have to give it your name. So maybe I'm going to write about the commutative property. And you might say, I knew I could add in any order, and now I remember that I can multiply in any order, and that I can add or multiply negative numbers in any order too. And let's say that I want to connect to a classmate's, maybe I want to connect to this one. So how you do that is you write your comment. So I'm going to write another comment. And it comes up at the bottom here. Come here. And this one I want to say, I also agree that the distributive property is tricky, or whatever, ... And you finish writing that, and then there's 3 dots, and the bottom one is, oh no, here's the 3 dots. You have to click enter first. The 3 dots are here, and I can connect to a post. So I can connect to like this post, and that shows that you're talking about what that person said. So there's two parts again, like we talked about. There is what you learned or what you remember about properties of numbers. And some of those properties of numbers maybe you had never done before. So you might talk about that and then read your classmates' comments and connect to and comment on at least one. And then submit it when you have both parts done. If you're the first one to do this, you won't have anybody to comment on, so you'll have to come back at a later time. Or if there's only one or two and you don't really have a connection to those, then wait and come back later in the week and complete the second part when there's more people have posted. All right, thank you very much and have a wonderful day.